I first came across a young lad, Aiken Hook. He'd probably be just turned 12 years old when I first come across him. Started like throwing stones, breaking somebody's window, when the police got involved. Certainly on 2 or 3 separate occasions, graffiti around the town, around his local neighbourhood, that type of thing.
Aiken was quite an able child in school, but was certainly underachieving in the classroom. I noticed that he was generally quite an irritable young man, and sometimes he came across as being quite angry.
He basically went off the rails, didn't know where he was or what he was doing. He was quite violent around the house and would trash things and break things. And I was at my wits' ends with him. I had got to a point where I just didn't know which way to turn.
We certainly thought this is where this lad's going. It's obviously going to get more serious. So it would be good if we could put a stop to it now and get some help. At
first I was a bit dubious. The thought of this lady coming into my house for 10 whole weeks and talking to me about parenting skills and stuff regarding Aiken, I didn't feel too clever with. I didn't think she was going to work any miracles, didn't think it would work with him because he was just out of control.
The changes that Michelle took on board, she stopped shouting. That was the biggest thing. That was her way of trying to control Aiken.
When Mum was doing the triple P, I realised she just stopped shouting at me and she was talking to me. And I was only shouting at her because she was shouting at me. But now, because she was talking to me, I started talking back and we started getting along better.
After I started Triple P, the changes came almost instantly. It was, about 2 weeks after that I started to notice the major change in Aiken. He was more informative as to his whereabouts. He'd take his mobile phone and ring me. The violence that he portrayed before had skimmed.
Yes, she did put the boundaries in place and she did start setting the rules, which was great. And they had a lot more family time together, a lot more one-to-one, which was missing before.
Quite soon after, when Michelle and Aiken started their sessions at the Triple P, he hasn't come into any trouble with the police at all since they finished their meetings. None at all.
He's a different child altogether. He's very calm. He has a very good relationship with staff and students. He has a wonderful sense of humour, and I find that he is able to understand other people's feelings.
I think Aiken and I are probably better friends as such. I'm still his mum. There are rules in place. I don't need to repeat them to him. He just kind of falls in line with them, which is probably what the rule thing is all about.
Well, I've been working with students for over 40 years, and for many years I worked with students with quite challenging behaviour. And projects come and projects go, and you tend to forget about them quite quickly. Some have had a degree of success, but I have to say in all honesty that the Triple P programme has been quite different. The way it turned Aiken's behaviour around.
I think of Mum now and she's a good friend, she helps me out a lot.
My family life right now is 100% better than it ever was